Do you find yourself driving down a road that feels like it's trying to do too much to be a street and a road and failing at both? There's a name for that, a stroad. And it turns out these confusing corridors are unsafe to walk alongside, crowded and stressful to drive, and lined with businesses that are disconnected and inconvenient to access. Our next guest is here to help us rethink the Stroad and build streets that work for everyone. Let's welcome Norm Van Eden Petersman, Director of Membership for Strong Towns. Hey, Norm, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Desiree, good to be with you.
Yes, okay, so why have Stroads, which is the first time I'm hearing this term, by the way, why have Stroads become such a problem in so many communities?
So it emerges from a good desire, which is to provide people access to their community. The challenge is that it tries to fulfill the function of not only being a road that has as its goal high-speed movement of vehicles. Think of a highway, think of a railroad, where the whole idea is to connect productive places with each other. And contrasting that with the purpose and function of a street, which is to be like a platform for building wealth. It's a platform for activity to occur. It's a platform for your home to sit there adjacent to the street and your children to play on it. And along the way, one of the recognitions came about in our cities that with the advent of the automobile, we've got to figure out how do we keep people safe. And so on highways, that looked like making sure you got rid of all of the issues that would cause someone to have to slow down. It also meant that you could drive off the side of the road and your car wouldn't smash into a pole. And so you'd be safer that way. But we took those standards for highway design and we actually overlaid them on our streets. But because this road needs to also function as access, you've got traffic light after traffic light after traffic light, and you sit and you wait and you feel the traffic building. Meanwhile, the one place that you want to get to is several turns away, and you know that it's going to take you several light sequences before you're finally going to get there. And then businesses see everybody driving by rather than dropping in. Locals struggle because they say, in order for me to get across that street, I'm going to have to sit and wait. Or if I'm walking, I'm going to have to push a beg button at the light, and I'm going to have to wait for what seems like an insane amount of time in the heat before finally the light switches. And then I have to hustle over 6 lanes of traffic in order to get to my destination on the other side. And when we're talking destinations, that is local businesses, but that's schools, community centers, pools, so that we end up feeling so isolated even within our own communities as a result of these differences or these different types of road patterns that we've created for ourselves.
And if Stroads aren't working, what should cities be building instead? What does a better street actually look like, Norm?
It's a great question. So we would say we have to be really clear, and it's a good exercise that even residents can do, is map out in our city, what do we want to actually function as a road that is a useful connection between productive places? And then what do we want to actually be a good street? That is a place that people feel safe to gather and participate in. And when you do that, what you actually remove then is that middle way. And the folks at strongsacktown.org, they're a local conversation group in Sacramento that are doing wonderful work to really raise awareness of this. As businesses redevelop and as homes are redeveloped, bringing them closer to the street actually creates the conditions in which you realize this is a good human space for me. I'm welcomed in. I feel dignified or honored to be in this space.
And for cities and towns that want to make that change, where do they start? How do you shift people's choices toward walking, biking, and transit without forcing it?
Yeah, I love that question because we want to start with what do we want to see in our communities? And we have urged cities, leaders, elected officials, technical professionals, but also concerned citizens who are emerging to say, let us really consider what are our core values. And it's amazing to see like people can really enjoy our land, the spaces that we own in common as residents of our cities. And then the question is, can we do a little bit more with them? And I think that's a key part of what we're trying to do here.
Yeah, well, I think it's great work that you're doing, Norm. I'm going to let our viewers know where they can go for more information. Thank you so much for joining us. To our viewers, you don't need to be an expert in urban planning to want streets that work for everyone. To find out how you can get involved, head to strongtowns.org.